So, welcome to Flow and Restore. We're going to do a little bit of movement on the ground and then work our way into some restorative poses. So, all we need today is a blanket and 2 blocks. So, let's just start seated, crossing our ankles, and just let your hands rest on your knees or thighs. Gently close your eyes. With your eyes closed, notice the sounds around you, sounds that are near, sounds that are far. And then begin to notice the temperature in the room that you're in. Maybe you feel a little breeze on your arms or face or nothing at all. Just notice. And then feel the parts of you that are touching the ground. Your sit bones, maybe the sides of your feet are touching the ground. And from here, gently draw the belly button in towards the spine. And then lift your shoulders up and down the back, energetically lifting the crown of the head to lengthen the spine, growing a little bit taller where you sit. And from here, begin to observe your breath. As you're inhaling, what part of your body is moving or expanding? Take a second to notice. And then all together, we're going to start deepening our breath by sending it all the way down to the belly. Inhale through the nose, send it all the way down to the belly like you're filling a pitcher of water. And then exhale through the nose or mouth slowly. 3 more times. Inhale through the nose all the way down. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We'll take one more deep breath in and out. And then begin to smooth out your own breath. Bring the hands in front of the heart center in Anjali Mudra. And begin to set your intention for your practice today. And holding your intention in between the palms, close to your heart. Let's take one cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale for Om or listen. Om. And release your hands down. Blink your eyes open. And let's move with our breath. Inhale, arms reach up, gaze follows. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Let's do that one more time. Big breath in. Inhale. And exhale. Release your hands down. This time, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, twist to the right. Arms come down. We're going to keep moving with our breath. Inhale, arms back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, twist to the right. Continue moving like this with your own breath. If you want to close your eyes, you can, and focus on matching your breath with the movement of your arms and your twist. A couple more times here. And then once you feel even on both sides, you can come back to center. Take your time. And take a deep breath in and out. From here, right hand down on the mat. Inhale, left arm reaches up. And exhale, walk your right hand out to the side, maybe turning your head up towards the sky. Maybe you bend your left arm, hand behind your head, guiding your head to look upward. And then left arm reaches long. Inhale, come up and down. Right arm inhales up. Exhale to the left. Walk your left hand out to the side, maybe turning towards the sky. You can bend your right arm, hand behind your head, maybe looking up towards the sky. And then right arm goes long. Inhale, come up. And exhale. Roll your shoulders up and back a couple of times. And then let's come to hands and knees. Pad your knees with your blanket. I'm going to take off my little socks here. We can put our socks on back. We can put them on later. All right, so I'm going to pad my knees starting in tabletop position. From here, inhale, looking up, soften the belly. Exhale, round. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, round. And continue moving at your own pace. You can even add a little wiggle of your hips from side to side. And then coming back to your neutral spine. Once you're here, take your right leg behind you, ball of the foot on the mat, and press your heel towards the back of the mat, maybe rocking back and forth. And then pause in center. Bring your right leg over to the left. Maybe looking over your left shoulder, breathing in through the right side of the body. Inhale. And exhale. Bring your head back to center, right knee down, switch sides. Left foot on the mat, ball of the foot on the mat, press your heel towards the back, rock forward. Pausing in center, take your left leg over to the right, look over your right shoulder. Deep breath in and out. Bring your head back to center. Bring your knee down to the mat. Child's pose. Bring your knees wide, big toes touch. Reach your arms towards the top of the mat. And take 3 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly coming back to your tabletop position. From here, tuck your toes under, deep breath in and out. Lift your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Maybe you bend both knees a lot and lengthen through your spine. Maybe you pedal out your feet. And take a second to maybe pedal out your feet. You can always move a little bit, like inhaling to plank pose and then back to down dog. Make sure your fingers are pressing into the mat. And from here, we're going to add our first very slow flow. So from down dog, inhale to plank pose and hold here. You can always bring your knees down to the mat. Deep breath in and out, lowering all the way down. Elbows pointing behind you. Inhale, come up for baby cobra and pause here. You can adjust. So maybe sometimes I like to wiggle my hips, press your hands into the mat, and then looking past your mat, deep breath in and out. Lower your forehead down and step back to child's pose and then back to downward facing dog. From down dog, take your right leg behind you and then open up through your hip, bending your knee, keeping your shoulders squared. And then square your hips to the mat. Extend the leg behind you. Inhale. And exhale. Step it all the way through. From here, lower your back knee down. Untuck your toes. Inhale. Ooh, I lost my balance. All the way up. So from here, maybe you have cactus arms. Lifting up through the heart. So back toes can be tucked under or not, depending on your knee. On your next inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands down. Step your right foot back, downward facing dog. When you're ready, left leg behind you, and then open up through your hip. Left hip, knee bends. Square your hips to the mat, extend the leg, inhale. And exhale, step it all the way through in between the hands, back knee down. Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, maybe bend the elbows if you did that on the other side. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands down. From here, step back to downward facing dog. And then you can stay in down dog or follow along and add your slow flow. Inhale to plank pose. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, maybe you come up a little bit higher. Cobra and pause here. Shoulders away from the ears. Neck is long. Inhale. Exhale, lower your forehead down. Press back through child's pose and pause here. So this time, just to give your wrists a little break, maybe you bring your arms by your sides, fingertips facing your toes. Breath in and out. And slowly reach your arms towards the top of the mat. Coming back to your tabletop position, reach your right arm up. Press your left hand into the mat. Inhale. Exhale, thread the needle, right shoulder down. Maybe walking your left fingertips towards the top of the mat. Breathing into the center of the upper back. And take one breath in and out. And carefully press your left hand into the mat. Unwind, reach your right arm up and back to your mat. Maybe wiggle your hips. Other side, left arm reaches up. Press your right hand into the mat. Grow tall, inhale. Exhale, left shoulder down. Maybe reaching your right hand towards the top of the mat. Inhale and exhale. Right hand presses into the mat. Carefully unwind and then make your way back to downward facing dog. From down dog, gazing at your toes, take a breath in and out. Tiptoe to the top of your mat. Uttanasana. Let your head and arms be heavy. Maybe sway side to side. You can shift your weight towards your toes and then back to your heels. And then releasing your hands down to blocks or palms on your shins. Inhale, halfway lift, crown of the head forward. Exhale, fold. 2 more. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. And exhale, hands to the heart center. All right, we're standing now. Let me fix my camera angle just a little bit. All right, so you can stand anywhere on your mat. Wait, now you can't see my feet. It's okay. All right. So, first option is feet together. Second option is, so I'm going to do a little side stretch, but second option is step your left leg behind you for a little extra stretch. So first option, lean to the right. Second option, still leaning to the right, but stepping your left foot behind your right. You can stay here, take a few breaths. When you're ready, inhale back to center and exhale. All right, other side. So if you added the foot, right foot goes back behind you, and then inhale up, exhale to the left. Ooh, that feels very nice today. When you're ready, you can inhale, step back to center, and exhale. All right, let's come to the top of our mat and do our little flow. From here, inhale, sweep the arms up, small back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Release your hands down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step back to plank, or so you can step back to plank, add your flow, or just go straight into down dog. From down dog, take your right leg back behind you. Inhale. Exhale, carefully step it through. This time, keep your back heel lifted. Once you're ready, you can inhale your arms up into your high lunge. So maybe you bend your back knee just a little bit and then straighten it just a tiny bit. You can always bend your elbows here. So from here, we're going to add a little twist, a little balance challenge. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, twist to the right. So this is one more extra step. You can stay here in your twist, or right hand behind the left thigh. Inhale, arm reaches up and back. Again, lengthening through the left side. Very slowly, bring your hands back to a T shape. When you're ready, inhale, both arms back to center, and exhale, hands down. Step back to downward facing dog, or if you're feeling energetic today, you can add your flow. From down dog, left leg behind you, inhale. And exhale, step it all the way through in between the hands, back heel stays lifted. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, you can settle in a little bit, maybe bend your back knee. You can bend your elbows. All right. Yeah. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, twist to the left. Opening up, maybe looking at your left fingertips. You can stay here, or left hand reaches behind the right thigh. Inhale, right arm reaches up and back. And don't forget to breathe. I'm telling myself that too. And then bring your arms back to make that T shape. Inhale, both arms back to center. And exhale, hands down. From here, step back to downward facing dog. You can add in your flow or skip. We'll all meet in down dog. From down dog, inhale to plank pose. And slowly lower yourself all the way down. From here, rest your forehead on the mat and wiggle your hips. You can even bend your knees. And then toes down on the mat. From here, forearms on the mat, Sphinx pose. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Maybe you close your eyes here. I like to gaze at my third eye and between the eyebrows and notice how that feels in your eyes, a sensation. Relax your eyes. Breath in and out. Slowly lower your forehead down and wiggle your hips. And then from here, press back into child's pose. Yogi's choice of arms. So arms can be at the top of the mat, maybe arms by your sides, or you can flip your palms up, bend your elbows, and bring your hands behind your head in prayer. And then walk the elbows towards the top of the mat just a little bit. From here, let's all take 3 big deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Sorry, guys. Excuse me. All right, when you're ready, slowly begin to come up. And now we're seated. All right, I'll take a little sip of water. Okay. Yay, now for the seated, some more seated stuff. I'm gonna sit on the edge of a blanket. It doesn't have to be very big. So from here, I'm just gonna bring my legs wide to a V shape. change the little camera angle. There we go. Okay. So into a V shape. From here, bend your left knee, sole of the foot on the inner thigh. From here, we're gonna move with our breath. So before we do movement, let me show you where we're going. So from here, we're gonna sweep our left arm up, maybe reach our toes or say hello, and then inhale up, left hand down. So left hand down behind you, right arm reaches up and back. So from here, maybe you inhale, left arm reaches up, and then exhale. You can move any way. If you want to inhale when you're exhaling, that's also correct. The most important thing is that you breathe. So just moving back and forth. Moving at your own pace. And then this time we'll hold here to our side. So sometimes I like to bring my right elbow on the inside of my knee and kind of help my torso face upward towards the sky. From here, you can do the same thing with your arm. Maybe bend your left arm and place it behind your head, maybe looking up. Left arm reaches long, and then inhale to come up. That's a fun one. All right, other side. Left leg out, right leg bends. You can always place an extra blanket under your hip if your hip's a little tight. So from here, right arm reaches up, inhale. Exhale, right arm down behind you. Lift your hips up. Left arm reaches back. Sweep the right arm. Moving at your own pace. If you want to hold, those are my nature sounds. It's really coming down, guys. Just a few more times here. And then the next time, the next time you're here, maybe you reach for your toes or hand on the ground. Maybe place your right hand behind your head and gaze up to the sky. Right arm reaches long. Inhale, come up, and exhale. All right. And from here, you can use any props. So today I'm just going to use some blocks. You can also use a bolster, a couch cushion, a box, books, a cat. No, I'm just kidding. They won't like that. All right, so from here, I'm just going to prop my blocks up and I'm just going to place my elbows on the blocks. You can keep your chin on the hands Or maybe you bring your thumbs on the inside of your eye, and then I like to press here, helps with sinus pressure. And then just hold here for a few breaths. Just a few more breaths here. And then release your hands down. Move your props out of the way. Bring your legs back together. Shake it out. Bring the soles of the feet together, a little butterfly pose. Maybe you fly a little bit or wiggle side to side. And then from here, bring your knees back together and let's set up our props. So I'm gonna come to the center of my mat. Actually, we don't need any props yet. So I'm gonna sit at the center of my mat. My knees are bent, arms reach in front of me. Deep breath in and out. Slowly roll down, one vertebrae at a time. And then reach your arms to the back. Give yourself a long stretch. Open and close your jaw. Roll your wrists. And then bring your knees in towards you. Moving side to side. And then from here, bringing your feet down to the mat, keeping your knees bent. Bring your right ankle over your left knee. Flex your right foot and draw your right knee forward, away from you. You can stay here, or maybe you reach behind your left thigh. It might feel nice to extend your left leg up. Hold here for a few breaths. And then bend your left knee, release the bind. Right foot down on the mat and switch sides. Left ankle over your right knee. Flex your left foot and draw your knee away from you. Stay here or reach behind your right thigh, maybe extending that right leg up. When you're ready, you can lower your right foot down. Release the bind. Left foot down on the mat. Extend your legs up to the sky, point and flex. And then bend your knees one more time. Feet hip distance apart. Hands or palms on the mat. From here, we're going to come up into a bridge pose. So any amount. press your feet into the mat and then lift your hips up off of the mat, any amount. Keeping your head looking up. And slowly begin to lower. And from here, bring your feet as wide as the mat and bring your knees into touch. From here, you can place your hands anywhere on your body, so maybe on your abdomen or over your heart. So what we're going to do here is just notice the fall and rise of our chest. So from here, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. And bring your arms down to the mat. Bring your feet back together and then roll to one side. Slowly coming back to seated. And then we'll use our blanket. So we're going to set up our blanket for a heart opener. So the shape we want to make is a big noodle. You can also use a rolled up towel. So we want kind of this shape. All right, I'm going to place it behind me. I'm going to start with my knees bent. My seat is on the mat. All right, so I'm going to line up my spine with the blanket. Move your hair out of the way. You can wiggle down or up, adjust yourself. So here, before we hold, I invite you to maybe glide your arms along the ground. Maybe reach for your elbows. Any movement that feels nice today. Once you're done with the movement, you can bring your arms down by your sides. Give yourself a little space here. Your knees can stay bent or soles of the feet together, knees apart. Your legs can also be long on the mat. So you get to decide what feels best today. And we'll be here for about 2 minutes. You are always free to move or adjust at any time. And take a breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. One more time, inhale and exhale. Allow all the muscles in your face to soften, including your jaw and your tongue. Let your shoulders get a little heavier and your chest a little bit softer. Allowing the ground and the props to support you. And give yourself permission to rest. And come back to your breath. And if your knees are apart, gently bring them back together. And when you're ready, with your knees bent, you can roll to one side, coming off of your blanket, and then just moving it out of the way and continue lying on the mat. So here, notice the difference between lying on a blanket and no blanket. Bend your knees and bring them in towards you. Just give yourself a little squeeze. And then bring your feet down to the mat. From here, right knee goes out to the side. Tuck your right toes behind your left ankle. And then maybe with your left hand, you reach for your toes. Your kneecap is shining a light towards the bottom of your mat. Maybe your right arm reaches up and over to the left. And take a breath in and out. Let the right side of the body rest on the mat. And try not to let or hold your right arm up. We'll take one more inhale and exhale. Bring your right arm down. Release your toes. Bring your knees back together. It might feel nice to extend your legs up to the sky. And then bend your knees. We'll do the other side. Left knee over to the left. Tuck your toes behind your right ankle and maybe reach for your toes. Your kneecap is shining a light towards the bottom of the mat. Left arm reaches up and over to the right. Deep breath in. And out. Let the left side of your body soften into the ground a little bit more. Inhale. And exhale. Bring your left arm down. Release your toes. Bring your knees back together. Extend your legs up to the sky one more time. Bend your knees. Bring your hands, your palms on your knees, fingertips facing your toes. Inhale, straightening the arms, knees away from you. Exhale, bend, knees towards you. Apanasana. Inhale, arms straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend. And do a few more like this. And then when you finish your last one, hug your knees in and then reach for your toes for happy baby. Give yourself a little side to side. Maybe you extend one leg and then the other. And then from here you can release for Shavasana. That rolled up blanket that we used, you can use it behind your knees. Like so. So once you get to Shavasana, maybe you wiggle your shoulder blades a little bit together. Let your eyes and your eyelids be soft. Relax your jaw. And with each exhalation, allow yourself to release any tightness that you might be holding on to. And for these next few moments, allow yourself to rest. Give yourself permission to rest. Begin to deepen your breath and come back to your body. Moving your hands and feet. Maybe giving yourself a long stretch. And then bend your knees, bringing them back in towards you. And carefully rolling to any side. And then make your way back to seated. And from here, bringing the hands in front of the heart, and take a moment to thank your body for all that it does for you. And we'll take one more breath together. Inhale and exhale. And thank you for being here and sharing your practice. It's an honor to be able to guide you. Namaste. Thank you, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.